Hello everyone, PU Monthly Report, November-December 2025. Welcome to the first monthly report of 2026. Let's see what we can find. Link to this is my first pinned comment below. I won't read everything. Lots of AI content. This is not AI like in Genesis, Copilot or ChatGPT. This is NPC AI. We are seeing those AI progress reports for many years by now, but they always look the same. Chris, why don't you show us something practical, like for example NPCs entering a ship, fighting fires, and replacing components? I guess your NPCs still cannot do this in year 14. Animations is not a thing that CRG brings up again and again in all their reports. Yes, Chris loves cool cinematics and animations, but animations for the most part are not exactly fantastic in Star Citizen. This is what CRG showed us in last week's ISC. A character is picking up a mushroom and putting it into his butt. There's nothing there, not even a backpack. Now, to make this perfectly clear, I don't expect perfect animations. But animations in Star Citizen year 14 are still very crude and not exactly very cinematic, Chris. Why not cut down those animations? Most are really bad and many animations are way too long. For example, leaving Hammerhead pilot seat. This takes 14 seconds until we have control over our character. The only interesting thing here is CRG is working on player swimming. I am looking very forward to players being able to swim. In the UK, progress was made on numerous vehicles coming later this year, including Camural, which entered production in mid-November, with the initial artist building on pre-production work done during the white box phase. Gold standard work on HS Hammerhead continued. Yeah, how about removing this silly hole in the neck that doesn't serve any purpose, but this hole increases surface area that needs to be armored. Instead of this hole in the neck, this could be another room, for example an armory, something Hammerhead does not have. And how about some tools for the captain to get a tactical awareness, for example a hologlobe? But you can be sure CRG will do nothing of this. This will be just another gold standard rework. CRG will just put components and fuse boxes in and call it a day. The MISC HB passed its white box review and moved into grey box, while Drake Ironclad Assault, and Command Module progressed towards the grey box reviews. The Greycat UTV also continued through development, including updates to the dashboard after discussions with UI on how to best integrate the required screens, as well as a motion capture session to add a new enter-exit animation. The third in the series of larger ISI ships, the Galaxy, entered pre-production. All of this does not mean that we will really see any of those ships this year, so keep this in mind. 4 currently unannounced vehicles progressed through the pipeline too. The North American teams continued work on the Kraken. Drake's capital ship continued to the white box, with the goal now set for its white box review in February. 2 unannounced vehicles were also worked on. Again, this does not mean that we will see any of those ships this year, maybe a few. Core gameplay. Only thing here I find halfway interesting is, towards the end of the year, time was dedicated to addressing issues with the existing transit and freight elevator system, which were either reported by players using the issue council, the player experience teams, or internal Q&A staff as major issues affecting various gameplay loops. Benoit Bourgeois said very clearly in Star Citizen Live in February 2025 that elevator and ATC code is old and has to be completely rewritten. These are just some bug fixes, but not rewriting of the code. I guess CRG is still on it. Online technology. Last month, the online services team shared an internal tech demo demonstrating what will be coming with item recovery tier 1. Yeah, but what is coming exactly? No more info. Once again, a long text with very little content. Link to this is my first pinned comment below. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Oh look, it's eating my Valkyrie. Do you see this? My Valkyrie gets eaten by the hedge. So you have one big cargo elevator. Okay, what happened now? What is this? I didn't spawn the pieces. Okay, I'm confused. Anyway, you might get some vehicles inside. Okay, and no pieces left. I guess 2 hangars overlapped. Okay, that's too funny. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.